They applied rationalism, not emotional. So a lot of people that come into this truth, they come in based upon emotions. They're emotional about it. Nah, man, I like the way they had that white man, which is an Edomite, kiss the guy's foot. I'm getting with them. Well, that was based upon emotion. So you're in the school now. You settle down. You learn the scriptures. You got to go on the highways and the byways. Mostly we go out on a Saturday, sometime during the week. Your wife got a problem with that. Well, wait a minute. We always go out on a Saturday. That's our day. With the fast family day. Saturdays and Sundays you work. So guess what? Now you got to make a decision. You see? When you come into this truth here, you got to be a stoic. Look up the word stoic. Stoic is mentioned in the book of Acts. Was it the 17th chapter? It mentioned the Stoics and the matter of fact, let me go to that. Okay, let me go to Acts. Matter of fact, let me put in the word stoic. Stoic. Let's see if I spelled it right. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, good. This took me to the New King James Version, as opposed to the old one. Okay, I'm sorry, Acts. Let me go back to that. Acts 17. Acts 17. Okay, it's spelled a little different. That's why I didn't come up with King James. Anyway, okay, it says here, okay, I'll start from the 15th verse, Acts 17 verse 15. And they that conducted Paul brought him unto Athens, Greece, and receiving a commandment unto Silas and Timotheus for to come to him with all speed, they departed. Like, hurry up, come out here, I need you. Now while Paul waited for them at Athens, his spirit was stirred in him when he saw the city wholly given to idolatry. And one of those idols was Serapis Crispy, the forerunner of Caesar Borgia, Cesare Borgia. 17 verse. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue of the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily with them that met with him. And the market, when you click on the word market, the word there is agora. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. Got to go to these words. Words paint a picture. See the word G58? Agora. Agora. An assembly, especially of the people, the place of assembly, for public debating. So when we were down there on 34th Street, and brothers be on 44th Street, or brothers be in California, or brothers be over there, you're on the highways and the byways, and you have people that come up, and most of these people watch us on YouTube and come to debate us. That's what they really come. They act like they passing by, but they've been watching us for the last 6 months, putting all their scriptures together. Oh, I'm gonna roll up on them right now, and I'm gonna get them. So that's a debate, whether we like it or not. It says, for public debating, let me start from the top, an assembly, especially the people, the place of assembly, for public debating, for elections. That's why this democratic presidential election thing, they have town hall meetings and they're at arenas with people in it to ask questions, because that goes back to the agora. For trials, check this out, for buying and selling, for shopping. Where we go, there'll be a bank. Well, you guys always in front of a bank. That means you guys sold out to the banks. No, it just happened to be a bank behind us. All right? But like when we was on 34th Street, you had Macy's across the street. You had nothing but shops as far as the eye can see. You look northward, uptown. You got Times Square. You got shops. You got theaters. You got movie theaters. You got restaurants. You go down further south, you'll see restaurants, hotels, and stores. 34th Street was a main hub of shopping. You had people around the world come. Oh, we got to go down to 34th Street. Then we got to go to the Great White Way and the Crossroads of America, which is supposed to be 42nd and Broadway or whatever. Anyway, as for buying and selling, for all kinds of business, marketplace, street. So now let's go back. See, a church wouldn't know that. You ask them about the agora. What about the agora? What is a stoic? What do you mean, what is a stoic? It's in the Bible. Ain't no word stoic in the Bible. What you talking about? Because in churches, especially the black church, that's the biggest joke on the planet Earth. Okay, it says, so I look up the word market, right? Let me go back. It says, Acts 17:17. Therefore disputed he in the synagogue with the Jews and with the devout persons, and in the market daily, the agora. There's a movie on that, with them that met with him. Then certain philosophers of the Epicure, and these were Israelites. That was just like today you have the conscious community where they all have their own little piece of their philosophy and they argue, they have debates with each other. So it says, then certain philosophers, the word philosopher is a compound word. It means lover of wisdom. Philo, lover. Sophia, wisdom. Lover of wisdom. Of the Epicureans and the Stoics encountered him. So let's go to the Epicurean first. And Epicureans would probably put forth a emotional argument instead of a rational one. Okay, so what does that say? Okay, it says epikuraos. It doesn't tell me too much, but you know what I'm gonna do? Let me go to the common. Let me go to Google. Let me open up another Google. Bear me for a minute. Okay. Doesn't really go into it, man, like it's supposed to. Let me try it this way. Okay, good. It says here, it says Epicureanism is a system of philosophy based on the teachings of Epicurus, founded around 307 BC. It teaches that the greatest good is to seek modest pleasures in order to obtain a state of tranquility. So this dude was all about chilling. What's the best way I can chill the fuck out? You know? It says freedom from fear and absence from bodily pain. He didn't want to feel no pain. He didn't want to go through no suffering. He wanted to lay back. He wanted to chill. He just wanted to be cool. It's all about what makes you feel good. Okay? So now let's go back. Let's go to the word stoic. And I went through this before, but okay, stoikos, stoic. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this. Let me try it this way. Copy. Okay, we're dealing with the word stoic. Let me try stoicism. Bear with me for a minute. Okay. Stoicism, an ancient Greek school of philosophy founded at Athens by Zeno of Citium. The school thought that virtue, the highest good, is based upon knowledge. Knowledge meaning study. You have to study. A Stoic is one that's you find them in a library. Well, now we got the computers and the PCs and the webs and the Apples where you can go to Google. It's a guy that he's constantly looking up stuff. He's constantly adding to his computer, his personal computer, which is his mind, this information. The wise live in harmony with the divine reason. What is divine reason? Rationalism. We deal with facts. We do things based upon facts. So men will be, for the most part, disciplinarians, disciplined men, someone that's disciplined. He gets up, he eats a modest breakfast or whatever he eats. He drinks his green smoothie. He goes out on a run. He exercises 4 times out of the week, 5 times out of the week. He does his studies, checks out the news. If he has a job, he's at the job on time. That's someone that's a stoic. But when it comes to studying, he's studying things. He's looking up words. He's looking up articles. And he's using a logical, rational mind instead of an emotional mind. I'm going a little long with this. It says an ancient Greek school of philosophy founded at Athens by Zeno of Citium. And I would consider myself a Stoic. A Stoic doesn't have many friends. When you're young, you have your friends, your people that you with. A Stoic is mostly by himself. And he's and when you get older, you get like that. You get into yourself. Meaning you become this disciplined individual that's constantly studying. If I got a call for this or that, or somebody says they're feeling this, I'll look it up. I'll go to Google and I'll look up the disease and look up what natural ways you can heal it and what you can do about it. So if I got to go to the doctor, when they use a term, I already know what the term is. You know? They'll tell me, did you do this? Yes, I did. How do you know that? I looked it up in Google. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it says an ancient Greek school of philosophy founded at Athens by Zeno of Citium. The school thought that virtue, the highest good, is based on knowledge. So the highest good, virtue, is based on knowledge. The wise live in harmony with the divine reason, also identified with fate and providence. What's fate and providence? Prophecies. Prophecies. Something that's going to happen. So what do? We prophesy. We tell you what's going to happen before it happens, based upon what we read in the book, which is the scriptures. It says that govern nature and are indifferent to the vicus studies of fortune. I hope I said that word right. And to pleasure and pain. So this guy's a disciplinarian. And a famous Stoic was Marcus Aurelius, which that's the father in the beginning of the Gladiator, his son that came to the battle late. Am I late for the war, father? Am I late for the battle? He said, you're late for the war. The father was Marcus Aurelius and the son was Commodus. Commodus was into what? He was into chilling, man. He was into popping all kind of women. He was born with a so-called silver spoon in his mouth. And he really didn't want to study, man. You know? And Marcus Aurelius was a Jake. Marcus Aurelius was a Jake, as you can see right there on the right-hand side. And he would be considered one of the good Caesars, the good emperors. Because that's when Jake ruled. All right, and Esau don't want to see that. They don't see that Jake was ruling, you know, because they're doing it based upon emotion. Now,